you're watching the stream, you get to play along. If you're in Radio Land, you can play along. This is kind of going to be like trivia a little bit. Chris is going to ask the question. So the first question that came... Very nice. Very nice job, guys. All right, so the first question I know the answer to. And I would have got this. I would have bet 6 farms on it. What was the question?
If you have a no trade list, what's the first team on it?
Winnipeg.
100%.
Sorry, people in Winnipeg. Let's be honest. You don't even want to be there.
No, and they've always been number 1 on this list for as long as I've seen it. One guy who basically said, I've never heard a guy go to Winnipeg and be like, this is going to be my forever home. So it's also entertaining because the players give honest responses. They're like, bad food, nothing to do, freezing cold. Like, they're just honest about it.
It's a bigger Regina. Like, we can't talk about much, right? No. It's like, do you know where else you can play? Okay, we can go. We got 2 hours to talk about that. Okay, what's the next question? I'm going to get stumped.
What coach would you most like to play for other than your own?
Paul Maurice.
Close. He was number 2. Number 1 was John Cooper.
Okay.
So 23%. Paul Maurice, 15%, just about 15%. Then Rod Brindamore and Craig Berube rounding out. People just said they like Cooper's persona. Just seems like he's good to play for. Then on the other side of the spectrum, it's what coach would you least like to play for?
Wow, Tortorella would be an easy guess, but I don't know. When was this done? Was Todd McClellan coaching yet?
It was done from December 20th to February 2nd.
I'll go Laviolette.
No, he's actually quite low. You should have went with your instinct.
Tortorella?
Torts. Yeah, 40, almost 40%. But it's funny because in the previous question, lots of people were curious about Tortorella. They're like, I'd like to experience him. They were kind of like, I'd like to just see it for myself. But they also said that but there's lots of guys that defended him, saying that they've heard that he's got his teams back and he'll take care of his players. But then this Bruce Cassidy one is interesting because Vegas has been a good team for years, but a lot of the guys surveyed were like, I've never heard anybody say anything good about Bruce Cassidy. So I think that's a story that's building.
I forgot about Patrick Waugh, too. He was on that list.
And it's funny that Babcock still makes the list, even though he's not coaching.
Okay, next one.
What NHL team has the best facilities for opposing teams? So your room, your dressing room, your gym, your warm-up area, anything like that.
Oh, I'm going to go one of the newer teams. I'll go Las Vegas. No. Can you give me a hint on this one? Western or Eastern Conference?
Eastern Conference.
New. Florida.
Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
But it is new. Like the theme is new building. So you got Detroit, Seattle, Edmonton, and then Vegas and New York rounding out the top 5. So it is new facilities. Like a lot of them were really blown away by the gyms. Because in Detroit, they let them use the NBA gym that's in the facility. So the guys were blown away by a lot of those. So then conversely, the next question would be, what NHL team has the worst facilities?
Madison Square Garden?
No, they are on the list. It's funny because one of the guys that plays for this team...
Calgary.
One of the guys... Just wait. One of the guys that plays for this team was like, I'm pretty sure it's going to be us. Like, they know. Calgary was second.
Winnipeg? Ottawa?
No. Overwhelmingly, Carolina.
Really? So you've never been there?
65%.
Wow.
They just said it's funny because they just did an upgrade. And they said they added about 2 feet of width. And the guys were like, yeah, it used to be Carolina, but then they upgraded, and now somehow it's still Carolina. Not very happy with that. Then they asked, do you like the idea of an in-season tournament like the NBA?
Can we got to go. I think how many questions do we have left?
This is fun. I think 5.
Okay, let's table this.
5.
What was the question? So I got like 40 minutes to think about it.
Do you like the idea of an in-season tournament like the NBA?
No. Carolina. What was the 2 feet thing that you said, or adding of?
They expanded. They renovated the visitors' dressing room. They added about 2 feet of width, which was like, why would you even bother?
Man, what a great game. It's going to be a new segment when Harry comes on. Trivia. Sure. Okay, let's get back to trivia. If you're just tuning in, it's Harry's Trivia here from the article from The Athletic, and he's been stumping. I haven't got one right. What's the next question?
You got the first one, right, the easy one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like the idea of an in-season tournament like the NBA? What would the players have said?
No. Unless there's big money involved. Okay.
And that's exactly what they said. 55% were like, if it drives revenues, sure, but a lot of them thought it was like cheesy, gimmicky. And then the guys that were against it were like, no, we play for one trophy. That's the Stanley Cup. We're not playing for another one during the season. Next question. Is the season too long?
Yes.
No, surprisingly. Almost 60% said no. They feel the preseason is too long. They would like it to start in September of the season, mid-season September, and then June 1 would be the Game 7 of the Cup final. So they just were okay with the thing. They're like, you could take it down to 70. That'd be great. But then it's just 12 extra games. Just play them. What's the big deal?
I was kind of factoring in preseason there.
Yeah.
So, okay. Next.
Should Gary Bettman retire?
Well, players, I'd say yes.
Yes, 55%. They're like, it's time for some fresh faces.
You know what's funny about that? I always think it's funny when people ridicule and tear him down on social media and all that. I'm like, he is so much smarter than all of us.
Yes.
And we would not be able to do that job. So you put yourself in his shoes. Okay. I got another one right.
2 left. Do the NHL players care about the Four Nations Cup?
Yes.
Overwhelmingly, yes. 81%.
That is high.
A lot of them are kind of treating it as an audition for the Olympics. So they're like, it's important. It's important to go there and make a good impression. And then the other question was, which NHLers care the most about the Four Nations in terms of nationality? Out of the 4 countries that are competing.
Wow, the obvious go-to would be Canada, but I will say the United States.
Oh, and you'd be wrong, my friend. Finnish, 100%. I said the Finns, 100% of them care about it. Canadians, 91%. Swedish, 84%, and the Americans at 81%. A lot of the guys are like, it's a good break, but will I watch it? Maybe, but I'm going to enjoy my break. If I was at a bar and it's on, I'm going to watch it. One guy said, do I care about it? No. But do I think it's a cool concept? Yes. So a lot of them might not be watching, but they definitely think it's good for hockey. And the guys that aren't in it are going to enjoy their break, but they know that the guys that are in it care about it and want to be there.
I didn't do very well on that today. I would definitely be failing. I'd have to take this class again.
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10?
Yeah.
40%.
Yeah.
Yes. Great segment, though. If
Next
you
week
missed
might be the players one.
Oh.
So that'll be good.
Yeah. Where would you, the no trade clause thing, though? Buffalo. We'll revisit that.